Well, a very, very warm welcome to you on what is, of course, a truly special day in this part of the world. It is Derby Day, a rivalry so deeply entrenched into the history of sport in this land. It divides opinions, it divides families, it divides just about anything that can be divided. The game itself lasts just 90 minutes, but its repercussions can be felt for months and years ahead. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. It's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances. You feel the rivalry.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Jorginho.
Ozil!
Well, I suppose it wasn't the worst attempt if you consider how far out he was.
That's offside. Yes, it is. Keeper's got good distance on that. Conte. And it's Marcos Alonso. Battles to win it back. Willian. Now it's Giroud. Shoots! And for a moment, time stood still. Hector Bellerin. Granit Xhaka. Xhaka plays it forward, and it's Hector Bellerin. And it's Lacazette. Defending of the desperate variety.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
All the way back, and they start again. Kepa gets it upfield. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. For Pastathopoulos. Bellerin. Oh, really good feet from him. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Has a hit! And they've been caught out. Chance to shoot!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Raspinaqueta. Christensen. Half-time getting close now. Christensen tries to get it forward quickly. Marcos Alonso needed to come up with a better ball.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Goal! And grabbing that opening goal so close to half-time too, affords them that extra little psychological edge. And when it's one of your main men that's doing the damage, it just grows the togetherness and it grows the spirit.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Deadlock broken. And there's the end of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A good and decent game up to now. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
Arsenal leading 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Lacazette! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Lacazette is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Hoists it forward. Gets up to head it! It's a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Arsenal grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Tries a shot! And it's there! And surely that settles it. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
He's made it three. Quite a day at the office for him.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Aubameyang is effectively being marked out of the game here.
Oh, it's about time, isn't it? Only after he's just notched a third.
Willian. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And it's Ozil. Ceballos. Mesut Ozil. And he should have made it four.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
And here's Aubameyang. Mesut Ozil. He's gone for it! A real chance and a real let-off.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Now it's Giroud. And it's Marcos Alonso. He's there to... and a shot! Back of the net! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Chelsea making consecutive changes here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Chelsea give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Jorginho. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. He gets past his man. Giroud. He could be in. Oh, shooting chance! In it goes! With so little time left! Grandstand finish!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
There's going to be another change here.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Chelsea give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Pulisic. Tierney. Mesut Ozil. That's a throw. Couple of changes then in quick succession. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal win it by the odd goal. Almost nothing in it. Perhaps a draw would have felt fairer. But that's the game, and they have won it at the margin. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Arsenal made their intentions clear that nothing else but a win would do.